I've said before, surrender's the key. Surrender's the key. Why, though? It's because there's this duality, that there's this personal individual self, me, personality, and characteristics, and desires, and ambitions, karma, all that. Then there's the pure self, the pure consciousness. The game of life, of transcendence and evolution, is for this personal individual self to merge and fuse with the universal self. How can the personal self do that? It's in its nature, by default. It wants to do its own thing. It loves its autonomous nature, and it wants to go experience things and have goals and ambitions and feel like I'm the best, or I've accomplished something, or I've manifested something, my power. How do you surrender that? It's not in its nature to surrender that. To put it simply, grace, after we've suffered enough, the individual self will suffer at some point. It may not be this life. We might have a lot of experiences that we need to have, that this little life is just not enough to afford us the opportunity to experience all these things that our karmic destiny is to experience. But at some point, we will experience everything that we've ever wanted to experience, and we'll see very clear, like, whoa, this doesn't satisfy me. I've said before, rich people, they have an advantage on one level if they're conscious, because they've already had everything. If you got millions of dollars, you could have everything. May not experience real love, though. That's the thing. You got to experience that too. That's why these people that say they still have a desire to be in a relationship, but they feel like that's blocking a surrender. You can't do nothing about that. You ask God, if that desire is in your heart, God put it there. That means you're supposed to experience what it's like for two beings, consciousness pretending to be in one form and then the other, and then connect and merge, and the chemistry and all this romance. If that's your destiny to experience that, you will. So the person will say, yeah, but it's kind of bothering, So you ask God for help. God, you put this desire in my heart. Let me continue my sadhana in awakening process while this desire is still there. Is there space? Could you have enough space to let this desire be there? That's just one example. Whatever your desires are. Can the desires be there, but yet can I still go full on with this, putting my attention inside and recognizing this formless presence that I am in nature? That's the universal self. The more you put your attention on that, the more this individual self is going to surrender and fuse with this universal self. You see, we can't overcome something or transcend limitations if we don't surrender. What does it mean, though, to surrender? See, everything's paradoxical and ironic. Surrender is where we get our real power from. The mind interprets surrender like, oh, I give up. Now I'm really in trouble. I'm trying to awaken, and you're telling me I don't have the power to do that, and to just surrender. Well then I'm not gonna. How am I gonna make effort? Like, where's the awakening gonna come from then? I got to do something. When we surrender, this inner power that universal consciousness works through, it guides us, not our mind. That's the difference. We got to differentiate that. This inner power will show this individual self how to awaken, what it needs to do. It will magnetize the people you need to talk to and hear to help facilitate this awakening. It will manifest the right environment and surroundings and etc., lifestyle, so that you can come into the fullness of your being. That's what surrender is going to give you. So is that a bad deal? But the self-will, it's so deeply embedded in the subconscious mind. There's people who they just fight to the last breath. They can't surrender. Self-will, it's torturing them. Their own minds torturing them to death, causing them to engage in all kinds of bad habits and get themselves in situations, but they're trying to figure it out. They still got moves to make. I'm still going to lie and cheat and steal and hurt you to get out of this situation. I got this. I'm going to manage it. So when I'm talking about surrender, I'm talking about surrendering this limited intelligence we have as a human being. Surrendering that. By realizing it's not effective, not enough. I mean, yeah, you can, go online and buy a plane ticket, and I have enough sense. I know how to get out here into the woods, and I can put the camera up, although that's difficult for me. But I can do it. So I can do, this limited intelligence can do basic things. Maybe can start a business, make $1 million. That's nothing, man. That's small compared to coming into your being aware of your true nature. $1 million or being aware of your true nature. I mean, is there even like I don't, what can you say? It's like an ant compared to a rhinoceros or something. It's even bigger than that. But so there's some realization we have via experience, via suffering, via common sense of seeing, like, okay, I can't make myself happy with my mind and my ego and projections. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't have the power to do it. Like, how many more years or lifetimes do I need to keep trying to do something that it's already clear I can't do it? And even then, the propensity to keep trying will still be there. That's how much momentum is behind this habit of trying to run life ourselves, using our mind. So, two things. You be aware of this, that like, I can't do this. Then you be aware of your inability to stop doing it. You got to surrender that too. You got to surrender everything. Like, God, I'm stuck in this making efforts with my mind to try to do something. Like, I see that doesn't work. I'm powerless over giving myself peace and awakening to my true nature. I don't have the power to do that. But I'm also powerless over the ability to stop doing it. I can't stop doing it. The habit's so strong. It's the strongest habit, stronger than any kind of earthly addiction you have. The habit of being this, believing deeply where this individual self will. We don't know how to stop doing it. It's like we put the costume on. we can't take it off. We forgot that we put a costume on. And people are telling us, like, can you take the costume off? I want to see your real nature. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I just can't. They're like, it's stuck to me. I don't know how to take it off. You're like powerless over taking your costume off. So you need somebody to help you. So somebody says, okay, I'm going to help you take it off. Yeah, I want you to help me, but I think I can do it. Can we both try? Maybe at the same time? So they're trying to take it off, and then you keep getting in the way. They can't take it off because you keep moving. You're not letting them take it off. So they're like, you want me to help you, right? I'm like, yeah. Well, then let me take it off. I can't stop getting in the way. I just can't do it. I'm powerless over that. Can you help me not get in the way? There you go. Then he's like, yeah, I'm going to help you. So then he'll call some other people over, and they're going to restrain you, and then he'll take it off. And God don't quite work like that, although he could. But you get my point? You got to surrender everything. And then when you take the costume off, all of a sudden now, it's like, well, this is my natural state. This is what I'm supposed to do. Okay, damn. Of course I could never make this happen. Like, how? This is so natural that I'm trying to like do something. It's like if I'm trying to be a man. It's like if I go home and I work really hard at being a man. Maybe I'll cut somebody's hair. I'll put more. They're shooting out here. No, it's fireworks. I'm going to put a bunch of hair on my face, make more of a beard. I'm going to go get breast implants. Guys do that in LA, so they look buff. Because I want to be more of a man. And somebody says, but bro, you're already a man. Like, what are you doing? Like Like, that's already what it is. It's the same as the natural state. It's already what it is. You just got to get out of the way, and then it's there. It's like having a dirty window, and somebody says, we got to find the sun. Somebody says it's outside though. No, I don't believe it. It's not. I don't see it because the window's blocking it. And the dirt on the window. That's what it's like. The dirt of the self-will in the mind is blocking this inner sun that's just already here. So we got to get out of the way, and we got to surrender, and we got to ask God to help us surrender, and to constantly, if that's our constant monologue or dialogue that we're having with ourselves, is with God or universe or whatever, just your deeper self. If that's our constant dialogue, as opposed to having a constant dialogue with the mind. Everyone's talking to their mind all the time. The mind's talking, making it in their mind. Worldly things and spiritual things. Oh, I'm doing so good spiritual. I'm so spiritual now. And the people think I'm spiritual, and wow, I'm just so spiritual. Or, God, I don't know how to get spiritual. Like, how do I get spiritual? I don't know. Like, they're doing yoga. I tried that. They look happy. I know they're not, but how do I do that? So all that's mind dialogue, as opposed to checking in. I feel this presence. Can you take me over? Can you replace me? Can you replace this individual human self? Just merge me in this presence or this consciousness. Constant walking, I'm thinking this. You're feeling this. This is your dialogue. Not talking to the mind. You're bringing your attention inside. Then somebody's walking by. They're mad at you. Maybe you're beaming. They don't want to see your light. Hey man, were you gay? Uh-oh, I feel reaction. I want to do some MMA move on them. God help me. I'm powerless over this reaction. I'm powerless over this tendency to react to this person. I'm powerless over the tendency, and I'm powerless over not acting out on the tendency. Can you help me? Now, disclaimer, if we're really praying and we're inside ourselves, chances are pretty high that if the person says something to us that's derogatory, we're going to naturally respond in a kind of a compassionate way somehow. But there still may be some rough edges there to smooth out. And that's when we ask God, can you just burn these seeds of ego? I can't burn them. How am I going to burn them? We're talking on causal level, these karmic seeds. So if this is the constant dialogue, you're like your life becomes a prayer. You don't just pray in the morning and at night. You're praying all the time. What does praying mean? It means giving your lower self up to your higher self. That's what prayer is. It's not some entity sitting up in outer space that you're begging, please help me. And if you just beg enough, then he's going to help you. This is the problem with some religions. I grew up, they're trying to condition me with that, but something inside knew better, you know. So I hope that helps you clear some things up. Make your life about getting rid of your life. This is what your life's about. Get rid of your life, and then you can really experience life. Everything's backwards and paradoxical at this time and age relative to the mind. A lot of things are like that. They're backwards. Don't tell anybody, because then they'll call you weird. All right, see you.